This weekend is pretty busy. So the sun moves into Virgo on Friday, August 22nd, and then the very next day, August 23rd, so that's Saturday, we're having a new moon at 0 degrees of Virgo. Another aspect that's taking place around the time of Virgo season's beginning and this new moon is Venus in Cancer, late Cancer, is squaring Chiron, who's retrograde in Aries. Chiron is the wounded healer and is particularly concerned with the messiness of the healing process, that it doesn't feel good, it is non-linear. And in Aries, there's some kind of desire to reclaim something that was taken from you or exercise self-determination or autonomy in a way that has been stolen or is attempted, like there's an attempted theft of that independence. Venus is a planet that represents, among other things, women, femmes, queer folks. And so looking at Venus coming into a tense, kind of argumentative aspect with Chiron, we're looking at the autonomy and agency of Venusian figures. Venus is in Cancer right now, the sign of the family and like the home maker. It's like the Venusian figures who want a family, who want to be homemakers, that possibility or that right is under threat. And the Venusian figures who are not interested in being forced to fill those particular roles are staring down the barrel at potentially being forced to do those things or having all other options taken. It's also notable to me that Venus is in late Cancer. She's about to enter Leo, and as soon as she does, she's making an opposition with Pluto, which is a really rough aspect. Pluto is power and control and maybe attempted subjugation, and Venus, more than really any other planet, overtly represents the rights and agency and autonomy of the marginalized. I think that Venus in Cancer definitely lends a sweetness to the concept of community building. And Venus being creative and a creator is maybe experimenting with creative ways to be in community, but making a square with Chiron, who does ultimately bring healing, but it's through pain. Like it's through sitting with the things that hurt. And then Pluto being there, kind of waiting for her to approach this opposition, being like, if I had my way, you would belong to me. It wouldn't be a relationship, it would be ownership. It's just kind of it's a tricky setup. Anyway, I also think with these signs being activated, so we've got Aries, the sign of independence and leadership, and like, I need to do this on my own, or I need to do this for myself, versus Cancer, which is a lot more relational and like maybe offers some messaging around like, hey, you actually don't have to be in this alone if you don't want to be. Like there is a community that you can rely on to support you in whatever your mission is. Something I also just noticed is, okay, the moon is going to be in Leo around the time that this square between Venus and Chiron takes place. The moon is going to be trining Chiron, which is a much nicer, smoother, more positive aspect than a square is. A square is like there's friction, you're turning a corner, and it needs to be turned, but it's not like an easy, smooth process. A trine is an easy, smooth kind of unfolding as a result of the square. So the moon in Leo, who is also very concerned with what is best for me, how am I showing up as authentically as possible, and making this positive aspect with Chiron in Aries, another fire sign that is deeply concerned with existing and like, I'm here, whether I'm perfect or not, perfection isn't actually the goal. It's literally just to be here and to do the thing. So definitely a reinforcement of themes of like, I'm coming into my own, I'm showing up for me, very loud, very proud. One last thing about this. So Venus and Chiron, they're squaring each other. This is their opening square after they met up in like, I think it was early June. June 1st, they both conjoined in Aries. That was around the time, just to give you an example of like these themes kind of showing up, Venus being women, Chiron and Aries being self-determination or like self-ownership. Early June was, I think, when Taylor Swift announced that she'd purchased her master's back, or she had full creative control of her life's work again. So we think about like themes of self-determination, autonomy, reclamation of sorts. This square may not feel good, but it is part of the path to self-determination. I hope this was helpful and interesting. I thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please leave me a like, comment, share it with someone who could benefit from hearing what I said here today. Make sure that you're following me. If you'd like to book a reading with me personally, click the mushroom and visit the site listed. I would love to work with you. Just as a reminder, I'm working on getting my Patreon set up, and I would love to hear from you regarding perks and content that you would like to see from me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Good job today. Good luck out there.